very good at home for your grown-ups. I must say I have really enjoyed looking at all of your work that you have been sending me. If you haven't sent me any yet, please do. I'd love to see it. I've loved the rainbow fish, I've loved the ladybirds, and I really like the Tin Man work. Now today I've got a new story for you, and it's called Moon Man by a man called Tomi Ungera. Let's begin. On clear starry nights, the Moon Man can be seen curled up in his shimmering seat in space. Every night from his drifting sphere, the Moon Man was filled with envy as he watched the Earth people dance. If only once I could join the fun, he thought. Life up here is such a bore. One night a shooting star flashed by. The Moon Man leaped just in time to catch the fiery tail of the comet. That night, creatures of the woods fled in terror at the loud crash of the fallen star. When they reached the site of the crash, no one could decide what the pale, soft creature lying in the crater could be. Do you know what it could be? Government officials were alerted. Statesmen, scientists, and generals panicked. They called the mysterious visitor an invader. The Moon Man was thrown in jail while a special court conducted a criminal investigation. Poor Moon Man! His hopes of dancing among the merry crowds and bright lanterns were crushed. One night, as the Moon Man sat wondering why he was so cruelly treated, he noticed that his left side had faded. Why, I must be in my third quarter, he thought happily. Every night, as the moon grew thinner and thinner, so did the Moon Man, until at last he was able to squeeze through the bars of his window. Swiftly outracing the police, the Moon Man shot across the countryside. In a lonely place he came upon an ancient castle. There he was welcomed by a long-forgotten scientist, Dr. Bunsen van der Dunkel. For centuries he had been perfecting a spacecraft to reach the moon. Now finished, the intricate machine rested on its launch pad in a castle turret. Dr. van der Dunkel had grown too old and too fat to fit into the capsule. He asked his guest to be his first passenger. The Moon Man, who had realised that he could never live peacefully on this planet, agreed to go. Dr. van der Dunkel decided to wait for the moon to enter its third quarter. By then, the Moon Man will have grown small enough to fit into the capsule, he thought. A few nights later, the Moon Man took leave of his benefactor. With tears in their eyes, they bade each other farewell. Then the Moon Man blasted off with a roar of the rockets. Having satisfied his curiosity, the Moon Man never returned to Earth and remained ever after curled up in his shimmering seat in space. I hope you liked that story. Can you imagine what it would be like to go to space? Would you go in a rocket? Would you go in a spaceship? Or would you just fly? Have a think about that. Now, go and check out the school website where you'll find lots of fun activities linked to this book for you to do this week. Have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.